Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Maytag dryer heating element assembly. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new heating element assembly. The heating element assembly is located at the bottom of the dryer, and it's what creates the heat to dry the clothes. The main reason you'll be changing it out is if the element is shorted out and you're not getting any heat. In order to get to the part, we have to open up the dryer door. Now that we have the door open, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to remove the two screws that hold it onto the frame. Once you have both screws out, you can lift up on the door a little bit and then pull the hinges out so you can set it aside. Now that we have the door out of the way, we can take off the two screws on the other side that hold the panel on and the brackets in place. Now we can take the front panel off. We're going to grab each side right here and pull so we release the little tabs. Once you have the front panel released, you can pull it away from the dryer a little bit and lift it off the mounting brackets. With the front panel out of the way, we have access to the heating element assembly. It's located in the lower right hand side of the dryer next to the lint screen housing. We're going to reach in with our 1/4-inch nut driver and take out the screws that hold it in place. Once you have the lower one out, we can reach all the way to the back and take this one that holds it to the ducting on the back. Now we can reach in and pull the heating element assembly out. We're going to pull it out about this far, and then we're going to disconnect this black wire that attaches to the heating element assembly. We're just going to reach in with a small flathead screwdriver and pop it off. Once you have the wire off, it's going to give us a little bit more slack in the wiring harness so we can pull the assembly out and take it apart. The thermal fuse is located on the left side of the tube. We're going to use the nut driver to remove the screw. Once you have it off, if there's any lint or anything built up on the back side, make sure you clean it off. Then we can rotate the heating assembly over a little bit so we can take out the two screws that hold in the thermostat. Once you have the screws out, we can grab our small flathead screwdriver and pop the wire that goes to the heating element off. Once you have that off, we're going to carefully set the thermostat aside. And we're going to rotate the heating element again so we can remove the 1/4-inch screw that holds the shield on. Once you have the screw out, we can pull the shield off and set it aside. Then we can pull the heating element assembly out of the dryer. Now that you have the element taken out, we can clean this area out, paying special attention to the duct in the back. Here's the old heating element assembly next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Now we can put the new heating element assembly into the dryer. We're going to push it in upside down and put the shield on. First we're going to put the bottom in. Once you have the tab in the bottom, we can rotate it up, and you want to make sure that the screw hole goes inside the heating element. Once you have it pushed up into place, we can use our 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screw in. Now that we have the shield on, we can rotate it over so we can put the thermostat back on. We're going to reconnect the power wire that goes to the element first. All you have to do is push that on into place. Make sure you get a good connection. And then we can rotate the thermostat up and use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screws in. These screws may be a little tight as you try to drive them through, since they don't thread the metal. The screws are actually cutting the threads. With the thermostat back in place, we're going to rotate it over so we have the other side, and we can put in the thermal fuse. You might have to push the element back in a little bit more. All you have to do is line the slots up and rotate the thermal fuse over so we can put the screw in. Now that we have the thermal fuse mounted, we can push it back a little bit so we can reconnect that power wire and then push it all the way back and then guide it into the duct in the back. Now that we have the element assembly pushed back, we can grab the black power wire and connect it to the terminal. Make sure you push it down all the way and get a good connection. Now that we have it on, we can push it back in the rest of the way and guide it into the duct. Once you have the assembly in the duct, you want to make sure that the screw hole is lined up so we can put the screw in, and then we can drop it down and put the screw in the front. Once you have the screw in the back, then you can move the heating element assembly around so we can put the screw in the front. Now that we have the new heating element assembly installed, we can put the dryer back together. To put the front panel on, we're going to set it down onto the support brackets. Once you have it on there, you can rotate it up and make sure that these little clips right here go into the holes, and then you can push it on. Once you have the front panel back on, we can put on the screws and the covers and then the door. To put the door back on, you want to make sure that the hinges are open and the tabs are out, and you have to put the tabs into the two holes, top and bottom. Once you have the lower one in, then we can line the upper one up and put those in. Once you have them both in, you can push down on the door to line up the screw holes, and then we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screws back in. Once you have both screws in, you can close the dryer door, plug the dryer back in, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.